What's good, everyone? It's Marvin, also known as MJO23Dan. Today we're doing a 3-shoe comparison between the OG Fire Red 5 from 1990, also the Air Jordan 5 from 2000, and the 2020 version of the Fire Red 5. So if you guys are into it, check this out. Hey guys, real quick, for a limited time I am going to be selling t-shirts and sweaters with my logo on it. Also, we have the opportunity of adding your screen name on the sleeve. On the short sleeve, it's going to be right on the cuff. If you guys are interested in the merch and you support the channel, you support me, hit my website up, mjo23dan.com/shop, and use promo code THANKYOU for 15% off. Hopefully you cop something. I'm only going to be running a pre-order for about a week. I may extend that because I haven't got too many sales on it yet, but you guys can change that. So if you guys support the channel, if you guys support me, buy a t-shirt, buy a sweater. Thank you. Alright guys, so before we move further on the shoes, we need to analyze the boxes. So up at the top we have the OG. In the middle we have the retro from 2000. And at the bottom here we have the retro from 2020. So yeah, 3 versions. These are the only ones that I own. I know that there was another colorway that came out in 2008 in the Countdown pack, and then there was another colorway that dropped in 2013, both of those in which I did not pick up. Reason being, I was satisfied with the 2000 pair and really just wanted to focus here on Nike Air branding, which I'll get into a little bit later, and you'll understand what I mean. But so let's go here onto the OG so you guys can check it out. You guys probably seen the video already, but you know, just analyzing the box again, this is the OG style box with a cement print and then the flip top lid here. It flips the other way. It's got the black tissue paper inside. These were $125 back then, and it's not on the shoes, but I'll showcase it here. These are the lace locks that came with the OG 5. First time that lace locks were ever included in an Air Jordan was with the Air Jordan 5. Also coming with that was a catalog that they included. This is the Spring 1990 Flight Collection. Again, you guys can see this on my review that I did previously for the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red. Okay, moving on. We got the Air Jordan 5 box from 2000. This comes with Jordan's face right on the lid. Again, there's the details on the box. So this was a retro style box that they used for all Air Jordans in the 99, 2000 era, and you know, even leading up to like 2003, 2004, I believe, and they started changing the boxes here. So included in the box is regular tissue paper inside, and then a retro card. You know, one of these that you don't ever see in Jordans anymore. The retro card. This is the this is actually the poster that you guys see in my room here, all spread out at the top of my closet, with all the Air Jordans beneath. Such an iconic photo, and then all the Air Jordans explained here, or pictured here up to that point, which was the Air Jordan 14 for the year 2000, and there you go. So that was included in the 2000 retro. And then for the 2020 version, you guys have seen this review as well. Here is the details on the box. So you really want to notice the different types of reds when you see all the videos. They're going to be different. This one is going to have fire red. This one is going to have fire red as well, but you guys notice that is it a 102 color code. This is a 101, and then this one didn't have color codes then. It was just a straight style number, but you will see like the different hues of the fire red in the shoes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the shoes. So here we have the 2020. Here we have the 2000. And here we have the OG. So the OG and the 2000 both are delicate pairs, with the OG being more delicate than the rest of them. Obviously the 2020 is going to be in better condition, but you know, just taking a look at it from your guys' point of view, you let me know what you guys are feeling. Had this been a brand new, uncracked, untouched shoe, would you guys be going for the OG, or are you guys satisfied with the 2020? Now, what falls in the middle here is the year 2000. It is a variation of the OG. And like I noted earlier, you guys can notice all the reds that are different. The 2020 is going to have a little bit of a lighter hue to the red, as you guys can see up in there. It also has the puffy tongue. I'm not a big fan of the puffy tongue. I want it to be just like the 2000 and the OG. So as being as delicate as I possibly can be, the retro from 2000 has that 3M fabric type material. Not puffy at all. And the OG has a lot more padding in it, but again, it's a fabric tongue. I'm a big fan of that. I hope Jordan Brand can try and go back to this. I do not like that puffy tongue. Feels cheap. So it's just a, you know, that bubble look. I don't know. It just really bothers me for some reason. But then you see the Nike Air on the back. They did a throwback to the OG. Big font lettering, as you guys can see. Now this is why I didn't pick up the Countdown Pack or the 2013 version, because it has the Jumpman on the back. So the first time that Nike Air returned since this retro right here in 2000 with Nike Air on the back, you know, they did it really well here. And then to the OG with that Nike Air branding on back. So the OG, the entire upper is Durbuck. So it's a synthetic leather that they used all throughout. Now they've done this with the Air Jordan 3 all the way probably up to the Air Jordan 8. And Durbuck came in this leather look. It also came in that nubuck type look. So you'll find like the Air Jordan 4 has that nubuck look. The Air Jordan 5 with the black metallic silver nubuck look. They did the, you know, synthetic leather on this as well, with you know, some leather hits on it as well. And then they completely went leather with the 2020. You know, the Air Jordan 5 is a popular shoe. It's a popular colorway, especially this one in the OG style with the yellowing and everything. You can see that Off-White ended up doing a version of their Air Jordan with this type of look. Virgil even put holes in it. I'm not sure why, to be honest with you. And just made it look like, you know, a vintage looking sneaker with the yellowing on it overall. Honestly, guys, if you guys are a collector like me, you guys like the yellowing, the vintage look on it. It's what brings out the character of the Air Jordan overall, you know. And you know, that's something that is built over time. I don't think that a shoe should come out that way. I mean, who knows, like 10, 15, 20 years down the line, how is that actually going to look? It's going to it's going to be super, super piss yellow, man. This one was bought dead stock, and it's still dead stock. But, you know, over the years, and I would say within the last 5 years, I started noticing some cracking on the pair here. And it's, you know, unfortunate, but I was able to actually wear a pair I bought, I'm a dead stock collector, but I always try and get at least 2 pair of something if I really like it. So this one, RIP. But there's restorers out there that do a phenomenal job with their work. They can do a midsole swap here if I ever wanted to. The upper would stay intact, the sole would stay good. But it's just the midsole. Over the years, they use, again, like I said, open cell polyurethane. That midsole has always changed over time. I would say, probably around the mid 2000s, they started tinkering with it and started making closed cell polyurethanes, and just very, very hard. I would hope that they would do something with the midsoles to make it a little bit more comfy, and I feel like they started doing that with the Fire Red 4 of 2020. So I will showcase that in a review. But I think it's interesting to note, like, how things have always changed over the years, and you can see with the comparison, it's either the shoe got more bubbly, the toe box, is more boxy. It's not slanted like the OG here. A lot of people want the slant of that toe of the OG, but I guess we can't have every version looking like the original. They always have to differentiate something, whether it be the types of materials that they use, as I explained with the Durabuck, or the midsole type, the shape of the shoe, whatever. If I were to rank all of these, if this was absolutely in brand spanking new condition looking like that, obviously I would go with the OG style, only because this is built for performance and the look of it, the shape fits better for your foot. These two right here are more geared towards lifestyle. So while I assume that the brand still had that performance aspect in mind, the Retro of 2000 is probably a mix between these two models here, with it leaning more towards the OG style. So 2000 wasn't a bad year for retros. They did their thing. Even with the 4s from the previous year, 99, it's just something that to like look back and just like really think like, man, they really wanted to get the retro style going, and with the OG type look in mind. But other than that, you can see that the panels here are starting to yellow, the outsole here starting to yellow, obviously cracking. So eventually, I don't think that the midsole would crack as bad as the 2000. So you'll see that the 2020 will still stay intact, although you may still get some paint chipping on it, just like you saw with some of the mid 2000 midsoles starting to paint chip, but it's with compression, and there isn't too much give with these types of midsoles that are being made currently. With these guys, you can see that they pretty much like dyed the midsole paint onto the shoe. So they were still manipulating how to do these things to where they can streamline it to make even more of these things. So it's pretty wild. You can see here I have a Grape 5, and you can see this is the OG style. Check out how clear the netting is with this shoe. This is completely dead stock. The outsole is yellowing, but the windows there, the netting is super clear. So something about this version, I think it was because it did get some wear on it, that it's starting to really show a little bit of yellowing. Although you can see that the 2000 netting, and sometimes you'll check on eBay or browse Instagram and you'll see that this netting cracks. It's not as good as quality as the OG. So you'll see a lot of restorers, they'll get older pairs of Air Jordan 5s or current pairs, and they'll replace this whole netting window here as well as the tongue. I'm sure it's a pain in the ass, especially not having to stitch this area. They pretty much will just glue it on. So I'm hoping that the 2020 will show its character as it did with the OG style. So other than that, I think really what you should pay attention to are the types of cuts of the materials. And you'll see here with the the teeth here at the tops of this red portion, it more closely aligns the second tooth right here. It aligns more with this panel right here. Here it goes in between the second and third, and on here it goes on the 3rd. So you can see how like that shape has changed over time. And you know, just the curves overall, the bump on the back, you know, it's just a different shape. And you know, the way that they are making these things nowadays, I think this is something that can be absolutely manipulated and they can get it right. Actually, I would like to challenge the brand, if they can, to try and get the shape of this guy into this guy. They try to do it with the Air Jordan 3 white cement, but when it comes across to the other models, I don't see them being able to do that yet. So other than the shape, the materials, the colors, you know, every single version is going to be different no matter what. This is how or why it's difficult for the brand to try and replicate something that was made 30 plus years ago. Well, I'm sure they have the OG in their archives, and it's something that they can, you know, take measurements of, exclusive pictures, computer graphics, whatnot. You know, I absolutely think they can replicate this in 2020. Now, whether it's the material choices or whatnot to save dollars and stuff, I think that's an important key factor to understand, that they're trying to save money making this and trying to make this. So, you know, really, in the case of both worlds, we can't have both worlds. So with that being said, like, what would you guys propose? Do you guys propose like a premium price for something that can get close to this? So say these are like $200. Would you pay, say, like $240 to get something like this? I mean, would you pay that extra 40? Honestly, I don't think that needs to be the case. They should just try and get it as close to this as possible. You know what I mean? It would just eliminate, you know, having to have different variations of a said year. So say like, you know, you have 2020 A version or a standard version versus a 2020 premium version. It like doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Just make it the way that it was back then. But you know, of course, it's going to be expensive to produce the shoe, to recreate it, and you know, I think it's just really, we just have to really be happy with a return of what's to come. So, you know, obviously, guys, when I do my comparisons, it's always something different other than the next. And I don't know if I like it, I dislike it. I mean, I kind of lean towards me liking it, just as long as they get it with good materials and good shape and stuff. Because, you know, evolution of things, and I understand a business, they have to save money. Obviously, these were the glory days right here. Alright guys, so that is it with the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys grabbed a little bit of information regarding those 3 years. Let me know, is the 2020 up to par with, you know, what your thoughts were when seeing all of them together? Is there something else that Jordan Brand could have changed with the sneaker overall, or are you overall happy with it? Let me know down in the comment section below, and as always, subscribe to the channel, check out my other videos and any other future videos that I have. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to check out anything else that's going on in the current state today. Alright guys, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.